Hey everyone, it's Catherine, and I'm so sorry that I'm late to release yet another weekly Plan With Me video, but here it is. This is what my week looked like for the week of November 5th through November 11th, 2018. If you want to see how I got all of this filled in Procreate, stay tuned, and make sure you check out the video description for links to all of the things that I used in my planner this week. So first I duplicated one of my weekly layouts in GoodNotes, and then I opened Procreate and brought in one of my planner pages into Procreate. So this is my first weekly layout spread, and I brought in a mini calendar as well as the numbers 5 through 11 to put over the boxes for the week. Then I copied my mood stickers from the previous week and brought those into this week because I wanted to track my moods again this week. So on Monday, I was feeling anxious but happy. Those were my two predominating moods, and I couldn't choose one over the other. So I wrote them both down. And I was just feeling a little bit anxious because Monday was my first day with a new therapist. The appointment ended up going really well, but I was still just kind of anxious over it because I haven't been in therapy in years. So that morning, I worked on a YouTube video. I filmed day number 4 in my daily digital planner series. And I also uploaded a video that day. So to write that down, I brought in a stamp from Positively Present, which I'll link to in the video description. And then I write down that I uploaded my daily number 3 video in the daily digital planner series. So after that, I write down my appointment. I write down that, like I was saying, that I went to therapy. And then I decide to redo my header with my handwriting. So after that, I write down that my therapy appointment is at 1 p.m. And then I also write down that I need to reschedule an appointment. I had an ECG and a stress test scheduled for that week, but I've had to actually reschedule that a few times. Just one time because life kind of got in the way, and then another time because I was sick. So I wrote down that that was rescheduled. So then I bring in a picture of a Starbucks mug. It's just a little cute sticker from this app called PixArt. I'll link to that app in the video description because it is such a cute app and you can find all kinds of cute free stickers in that app. So I wrote down that I had a toasted white hot chocolate from Starbucks that day. And then I bring in a marble texture and place behind the sticker and my handwriting. So then I decided to bring in a picture of Ella, and I wanted to write down Queen of the Saltines because she loves saltine crackers. They're her favorite. So I played around with my brush size for a while, and then I played around with the lettering forever, as you'll see here. I mean, I just could not get happy with it. I wanted my lettering to look bouncy, but I'm still just very new to lettering, and I cannot figure out that bounce thing yet. So I love the way that it looks, but I can't do it. So I tried and tried and tried, and then finally I just shrunk down the photo and I decided to just write Saltine Queen because I could make that work better than I could Queen of the Saltines. So for Tuesday, I wrote down that I was feeling really tired, and then I also wrote down what I did that day for YouTube. So on Tuesday, I filmed my daily planner series day 5, and I played around with that lettering. I actually really like how that turned out. And then I brought in a stamp from Positively Present, and I was writing down that I also edited a video that day, but you'll see in a minute, I accidentally wrote down that I edited and uploaded day 5, but I meant to write day 4. So I figured that out later, but at the time I didn't realize I had done that. So then I bring in a picture of Maddox, and then I find a picture of a pink drink. So I've talked about the pink drink in some of my other YouTube videos from Starbucks. It is amazing. If you like pink Starburst, you really need to go try a pink drink from Starbucks. They are so good. So anyway, I had one of those on Tuesday, and then I bring in a picture from Teen Mom Young and Pregnant because I love my reality shows, and I watched it that Tuesday. And then my husband and I watched Making a Murderer on Tuesday night. So then I move on to Wednesday, and that morning, my husband and my son were just being really goofy, so I brought in a picture of them, and then I wrote Pocket Men over the picture because they were sticking their hands in their pockets and doing a dance. And then I bring in another sticker from the PixArt app. of an iPad, and I write down that that's the day that my new iPad Pro arrived, which I have a review of that, which I'll link to in the video description. So then on Wednesday, I wrote down that I was excited because of my iPad. And then after that, that's when I realized I accidentally wrote 5 instead of 4. So I go back and correct that. So after I corrected that sticker, for some reason I confused myself and thought that I actually did edit and upload 5 that day. So I changed it again, even though it was wrong. And so then I draw my own sticker and I use a texture to overlay on top of that sticker. And I have a complete tutorial on how to do that, which I'll link to in the video description. So then I realized I had messed up again on that green sticker and I went back and corrected it. I'm sorry for the confusion there because that was just wild. But I'm just, always sleep deprived, so I'm always confused. So then on Wednesday, I also wrote down that I uploaded day 5. So on Thursday, I wrote down that I was feeling happy, and then I merged a couple layers, and then I brought in a picture of myself from that day and a picture of Ella. So I also wrote down that we just had an awesome day that day. I filmed my thoughts on the new iPad and Apple Pencil, and my husband and I had an appointment at 3 that day, and then I brought in a picture of Maddox and my dad because my dad came to hang out with Maddox for a little bit. And so then I merged so many layers together. And then on Friday, I wrote down that I was feeling tired. So for YouTube that day, I uploaded my review on the iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, which, like I've said before, there's a link to that in the video description. I'm not very technological, so it's really just about comparing the Apple Pencil, the older version, with the new version, and it's just my thoughts on it. But anyway, feel free to check that out if you want to. If not, that's fine. So I also that day filmed a tutorial on how you can use new features in Procreate version 4.2 to create really cool digital planner stickers. And so it took me a while to write this because I was just kind of having fun with it and practicing different lettering styles because I've really been trying to improve my lettering and I feel like I'm kind of stuck, but I don't know, it's still just fun to play around with. So then I bring in a picture of Maddox from that day, and that's what he calls his adventure outfit, and I just thought that was such a cute picture. And then I bring in a picture of Ella eating. So on Saturday, I was extremely productive. For YouTube, I uploaded my Procreate tutorial, so I'm just writing that down now. And then I also filmed my daily planner series. I filmed day 7, 8, and 9. I did all of that on Saturday. So that took longer than it sounds. So then that night, my husband and I finished Making a Murder on Netflix, so I put that in the last box. And on Sunday, I was feeling really happy. So on YouTube, I finally released my weekly Plan With Me video. I was so late releasing it, just like I'm late releasing this one. And then I also wrote down that that was a really bad day for Ella with teething. She's got 2 bottom teeth on the way, and she's just having the hardest time with it. So I also wrote down that Grandma and Pawpaw came over. Grandma and Pawpaw are my parents. That's what my kids call them. And so in that top box, my iPad didn't record it for some reason, but I wrote down the quote, "My coffee needs coffee," because that was the overall feeling of the week. And then in the bottom box, I just wrote down the quote that you can't please everyone, because that's just something that I need to remind myself of sometimes. So then I save my image and bring it back into GoodNotes. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more digital plan with me videos and digital planning tutorials. And check out my website, naptimealt.com, where there's tons of planner-related freebies that you can download now.